Yo! No idea what we're gonna talk about, but whatever. Fucking, we got some gloves. We got some fat head. I got a fat head going on here. When I was in 4th grade, I was upset because my dad relocated to a new school. I didn't think anyone liked me because, no one liked me. He's like, well, if you were smart. Oh, because they made fun of me because I had a forehead. Big forehead, fat head. They made fun of me because I had a fat head. And so, my dad's response was, well, if you get good grades, you can just tell them that's where you keep all your brains, But I did get good grades. But I don't think of that stuff. I'm not good at that, on-the-moment comeback shit. Oops. I haven't used these in years. Simple graphite sticks. I remember when I first started getting back into drawing after being a drug addict for a long time. I did a piece. It wasn't even a piece. At that time in my life, I was just doing art because, I don't know, it made me feel better, I guess. It was part of who I was. And, yeah, that's it. And so, but, anyway, I did this piece. And kept it over the years. And then when I finally went to college, I took 2 art classes, and I should have stuck with art, but I took these classes and I brought in the piece I made from back when because I don't like doing homework and I don't like doing it on a deadline, So I put it off to the last minute and then realized there's no way I'm going to get a finished piece out fast enough for this guy. And so I just brought that one in. I liked it. I thought it was cool. It's kind of like juxtaposy, a little edgy, at least from my perspective, a little dark and twisted. And it wasn't much. It was just a face. It was kind of a creepy face. But I was shocked at what he said because he said, it was clear I already had style. And I never thought of it that way. I just thought, it's doodling or something. He's like, no, this is like style. Like you drew something that you can see what it is. You shaded it very well, but there's style in it. Like you have this edge to it. And I never thought of that before. Like none of my teachers in high school said that, Of course, I was always pissing off my teachers in high school. On purpose. Like if I found out some word made them upset, every time I walked by their classroom, I would say that word. Me and my friends would. My first suspension was from them. I got suspended from high school. We went to Chicago for a trip. It was really fun. It was my first theater that I saw, theatrical performance or whatever. So that was great. But then when we got back, me and a friend, Luke Shelton, who's dead, he died a long time ago. But I probably shouldn't have said his name. Shit. But we got caught smoking cigarettes. So we got suspended. I feel like that's my whole life. I've been getting caught smoking cigarettes. Like I don't like any of that. So we're going to grab maybe there's an angel there, right? Angel wings. kind of want to get to the point where I can do this stuff really fast, you know, like this, and then have a piece that's sellable after 30 minutes. And then just go around and doing that for people. I think that'd be pretty neat. I think you think it'd be pretty neat too. Well, we're getting to be World War III time still, but I've been branching off. I get news that you would call, you could definitely call it mainstreamish. But then I get news that's probably like, you know, polar opposite, and they might be polar opposite just out of principle. But it amazes me at how different the perspectives are, you know, about what's going on in Europe right now. Like, people really think that Putin's losing is like this horrible defeat by this minuscule army of Ukraine. Like, they'll portray it that way. And I'm not taking sides. I mean, I am kind of anti-NATO. I'm anti, like, NATO expansion. I think, what's that guy's name? I think the elites are part of NATO. I can't think of the guy's name right now, but he's kind of like crazy DeVos or something like that. He wants, like, you know, Bill Gates type shit. I do kind of believe in that a little bit. I kind of believe it's going to have to happen sooner or later anyway to prevent world starvation. Like, we're going to have to limit population, right? But I don't know, they never mention how much money and resources we give Ukraine. It's got to be close to $100 billion, right? You know, by now. I know for sure it's over 60 billion, but they always hide these packages under bills that people don't really get to dig into, you know. And because it's such a fashionable thing to support Ukraine, because Ukraine's supposed to be, you know, a democracy standing up to evil, I don't know, dictator Putin. But surprising. It's surprising and it's interesting to learn the Russian side, where there are people that were on the east side of Ukraine that saw themselves as Russian. You know, they wanted to be Russian. That's how they identified ethnically and culturally. And, you know, the Ukraine government was always like, you know, kind of beating on them. And, I mean, there's white supremacist groups on Ukraine's side because we put them there. Like, we helped the current Vladimir, whatever his name is, Zelensky, into presidency. Like, we helped him get there through these, like, white power militia groups, supposedly. But I don't know. I forgot where I was going with that. Probably nowhere good. It was stupid. But I do enjoy reading the different perspectives. It's passionate because people want to get really into it, but, you know, they don't realize too that Zelensky has political prisoners, you know, in his own country. Like, he's not this, like, democratic powerhouse or anything. He's, you know, a borderline psychopath, probably just like Putin in our government. So it's not like we're out saving anyone. It fucking looks like ass butt. Hurricane Irene hit. Hopefully I'll be making fucking couple thousand a day, I'm hoping. for the next couple months so I can get through the winter, you know? And then he just stopped talking. And you didn't hear anything more come out of his mouth, and everyone was happy. Oh, you know what would look awesome right now? That's a great idea. Damn, Ryan, you need a haircut. You look like a 60-year-old man. Get some black. You have any more black? Barely. So how was your guys this weekend? Excited for the nuclear apocalypse coming? I know you are. It's funny, a lot of my friends say I'm really funny, but when I come to make these videos, I'm becoming numb. You know? Now we're getting somewhere. That's kind of cool. You guys are watching me develop as an artist. Isn't that neat? You should be so fucking grateful for me putting this up here online in the tubes. Now what? What do I do with this? I don't like to waste things. Like, you know, all these people crying about the environment. And they have like 3 houses. First you have the environmental impact of harvesting all the resources to build those houses, getting those resources to the job site, the resources to get all the people to the job site to build the houses, and then the utilities, you know, every month to maintain the houses, especially in winter, you know, and I'm sure they don't completely winterize the house, but it's so much money. Like the environment of it, you know, like why? Plus transportation to get to these fucking houses. I doubt they're within walking distance. You know? It's fucking lame-o. 15 minutes. We got 5 more minutes. Help me, baby Jesus. Let that dry for a sec. Maybe get a little fluid. This fluid isn't for spray paint, obviously. Kind of bubbles it up a little bit. I think we should get like a little aluminum. As you can see, I lost all my steroid gains. Plus I'm fat again. Plus my LDL cholesterol is twice what it should be. It's not good. But, you know, you just do what you gotta do, I guess. Go get some. We'll go get some cholesterol medication. And then we'll take that, quit smoking, so that'll help. I cut back on the meats. I eat fishes and chickens. A little meat, red meat once in a while. And then tons of legumes. It's nice. My friend Maritza is a pediatrician, and you know, because emotionally speaking, I'm a child, she's able to give me advice as a doctor. And it's nice. I don't like doctors. I hate going to the doctor's office. I feel like they're always trying to sell me or get me to do things I don't want to do, you know, that are unnecessary. Like, well, better get some blood work. I'm like, it's like, I just had the blood work. Yeah, but that's from another doctor. We should get it again. I'm like, no, I don't think so. And that's kind of what it's like. Go like that with it. Get this in there. Go down this, like that. I'm like Bob, what's that guy's name? Bob Ross. We'll give this paint drizzle a little more drizzle. Little drizzle buddy. We'll give this childhood trauma splotch. Some more splotchy from childhood trauma. We'll call that childhood trauma from our girlfriends that we've had. Our girlfriend's trauma. Just give you some more. Here's some best friend trauma. I used to treat everyone that gets close to me like shit. So they're all traumatized. And then let's see what happens when, let's see. Just test it out up in this corner a little bit. See, that's okay. Get that white in there. Ooh, yeah. It's actually, look at that richness. It's good. So this is a good tactic to use in the future. Let's see what happens now when you do that. What do you think? We get, what do we need? A little red, blue? Red. Blue. And a little. What do you think? I kind of like this because I can see it from the screen too, man. That looks like shit now. Let's do blue like that, but then rub it like this. There we go. Then we'll get, I don't know. This will make green or orange. If you guys don't know, there's a really cool YouTube channel called The Behavior Panelists, or The Behavior Panel, something like that. And they go through and they break down people's body language to see if they're lying or not. Like famous people, obviously. But, you know, like Trump, Dahmer, Biden, Michael Jackson. Well, it came up the other night about Michael, and I used to be a huge Michael Jackson fan. I mean, his music's not bad, right? But it's like I feel kind of weird listening to it now because I watched that, and I don't know, man. Like, I'm pretty sure he did some fucked up shit with the kiddos. I mean, he's not well. He was not well. I feel bad. Like, I wonder if he got, you know, raped or molested or something growing up. Because, like, his whole family's kind of goofy, you know? Not goofy. I don't want to say goofy, but maybe they're goofy. They're goofy like me, but with money. So they're isolated. Buy it. This is where it's at. Get the paint thick in layers and start finger painting. Even though I'm kind of an asshole and very anti-Christian and just religion in general, I still remind myself that, you know, I work for God, you know? So, like, when I start worrying about money or, like, oh, I messed up that sales pitch or whatever, I just remember I work for God and, like, I don't have to worry about it. I don't know, maybe it's delusional thinking. It probably is. but it works. So we're at 25 minutes. That's about what you guys like to watch. And you saw me do jack nothing. So, good job on that. You're gonna tell your kids someday you got to watch Ryan do jack nothing. And they'll be fucking happy about it.